What up, everybody? Travis here, TravisStetzel.com. Just wanted to do a quick video for you. Been getting a lot of my hardcore readers sending me in questions about how to increase the difficulty of their bodyweight exercises, what they can do, to kind of change things up. And I got one of the perfect answers for that, and it's a really cheap way that you can increase bodyweight exercises, and that's by adding exercise bands in there. What I got are specialized bands. I got Performax bands, and I get these from my boy Dave Schmitz out there in Wisconsin, and I've been training with these for probably about 2.5 years or so, and the amount of things that you can do with them are just endless. You can do tons of different stuff, and specifically with body weight, you can increase the difficulty of body weight quite a bit just adding in bands. And there's different size bands: red, black, purple, you even got green, and it goes up even higher than that. But I typically just work with black and purple, but I'm just going to go through a bunch of different exercises you can do to increase difficulty with bodyweight exercises. And I'll tell you what, with bands, it's a little bit different than training with just dead weight bands. They're reactive. As you pull the band further apart, you get more resistance, and it really works your core, engages the abs, and you can really crank up some of your exercises. So I'm just going to go through a bunch of different movements, and if you're out there training with body weight a lot, might be a good thought to invest in some bands and really crank it up. So check this out. All right, what's going on? I got my exercise band here. I just got a black Performax band, and the amount of things that you can do with this thing are just crazy. All right, it's all in your imagination. But some of the most basic moves I do, one of the main ones, pull aparts. Pull aparts. So you just grab the band like so. This is working your back, shoulders. You're just pulling the band apart. This is a huge exercise for people out there with a weak upper back. You can strengthen up your upper back with this movement. What we have our athletes do, they got to get at least 100 of these in each workout. So 50 before the workout, 50 after the workout. They're getting pull aparts all day long. Super essential. Get the upper back strong. So pull aparts, great exercise with a Performax band. Now, starting out with lower body exercises, you can take a basic body weight squat and add a little bit more resistance with it, with the band. So basically what you do, you step inside the band like so, pull it up and over, you got yourself a little bit of band tension. So you're taking your normal body weight squat, increasing a little bit with some band resistance. Now, what I like to do with these as well is squat jump. So you sit back, explode up, right there. So you're adding a little more reactive strength involved with the band. You got to power through the band. And then when you jump, band tries to pull your feet together. You got to keep your hips nice and tight, explode through it. Another one of my favorite exercises, working lower body with the band. Just get in your band, you pull it up and over. You go ahead and press it overhead. Keep it overhead. Now you can work your overhead squats. Okay, right there. Still add that band resistance. Okay, a little bit different than a normal overhead squat with the barbell. Okay, from there you got some other options as well. So you can take the band by each end. You can work some band deadlifts. So you got that right there. Just take your hips back. Boom, right there. You can also do jumps. my favorite ones is the resisted band push-ups. All right, this really takes your push-ups up to the next notch. Okay, you take a basic push-up right here, pretty easy with body weight. Now you add some band tension. So what you do is you take your band in between your thumb and index finger, you pull it around your back. It's going to go underneath your arms. So now when your arms are extended, you're working band tension. Boom, you got to power up through that band, through the top portion of the movement, which adds more difficulty. Now, if you want to put more stress on your abs, you go a little bit lower. Now, the band tension is going straight through my core. Same thing here. Now I got a lot of tension on my abs, so I can even hold a plank position here. You're working your core pretty heavy. Now you can just do regular push-ups. Working your abs a lot harder, okay? Another favorite of mine, we do with our fighters, work on our punches, okay? So you got your band around your back here, work speed punches. You can do this for time, reps, whatever you want to do. You can even switch it up a little bit, put your whole hand in there, boom. Working punch power, driving through the band. You can be pretty much wherever. You can be up on your feet, dancing around, working punches, up on your knees, boom, all over the place. A lot of different movements there. Something else I like to do, you can do band resisted bear crawls. So again, you take your band, put it around your back. If you want to work your abs a little bit more, you're around the lower part of the back. You got your bear crawl movements, moving around all over. You can go mountain climbers, resisted mountain climbers. These are killer, okay? Really working the abs. You can go straight up, straight across, bring the leg all the way underneath. You know, whatever you want to do, you got a lot of different options. Side to side walks, just another one. Again, really working the shoulders, abs, putting it all together real nice, okay? So those are a lot of different options you can do for just your push-up variation, all right? So basically what you do is you step in the band here, and we can do all different types of overhead pressing with the band. So we pull it up here, nice and tight. Basic one, just overhead press, right there, okay? As you press overhead, you spread the band apart, squeezing your shoulder blades. Then as you bring it back down, elbows in tight, we go strict press right here, okay? Great for working that stability and overall strength. From there, we can do a push press, dip and drive with the legs. Same thing, you want to be nice and wide at the top, okay? Another option we go alternating presses, strict. So one arm at a time. Right there. We can even go dip, drive, one arm presses. So dip, drive. And then a killer is band jacks. These kill. So you kind of get set up like a regular jumping jack. As you jump out, press overhead. That's a good conditioning exercise. Also working power a little bit there with your band jacks. Another option you have is you can start to mess around with your basic support. So instead of being on 2 feet, you get a split stance. We go overhead press there, go lunge, overhead press. A lot of different options. Another favorite of mine for conditioning is the good old squat to press. Okay, so you get a deep squat, press overhead. Again, working some strength and power, add a little bit of conditioning there, all working overhead, strength with that. Now you can use your Performax bands to get in some pulling movements with body weight. So basically what you do, you take your band, we can do all sorts of different movements. We can do bent band rows. So what you do, you take your band, you grab each end like this. Pretty basic make these the main part of your workout. These are more assistant exercises. So you still want to be hitting your heavy weighted movements such as deadlift, overhead presses, bench, your heavy rows, lunges. Definitely got to be hitting your squats in there, but bands are just a great way to add in, more difficulty with your assistant body weight exercises. And it'll add a lot of power, a lot of, reaction, because you gotta react with the band. Works the core like crazy. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got some good stuff out of it. If you got any questions, post it in the comments. But again, I'm Travis, TravisStetzel.com. Live aggressive, get strong.